Hey guys, we continue with this series where you need to calculate accurately and demonstrate your endgame theory knowledges. In this position it is white to move. Is this a win or a draw? Think a little by yourself, I will explain it right now. This is the endgame king and queen versus king and pawn in the 7th rank. But this is a bishop pawn, and bishop pawns are a little more likely to end up in a draw. It's depending on how far the king of the strong side is. This time white king is not like extremely far, but it doesn't look like it's close enough to be able to win the endgame. However, we need to analyze our things. For example, in this position, black king is not on the best defensive side. The best defensive side could be over here, where black king could go to the corner to create stalemate positions at some point if necessary. That's one thing to keep in mind. Also, something we need to keep in mind is that white king is not so distant from black king, so at some point there might be some situation with a checkmate position or a mate in net. We're going to see that very soon, but let's see what happens if we play the endgame in a normal way. We try to use the tempo black has to lose going over here, moving to the right side or the best side defensively, and we try to use that tempo to get a little closer with our king. For example, let's say we give a check, black king goes here, and imagine we play something like king f3 now. Then black king goes to b1. The good sound for white king in this endgame with a bishop pawn in the 7th rank is this. As you can see, white king is not going to be included in the good zone, so this is going to be a theoretical draw. Let's go back to the beginning of this line. We already know that the plan trying to take advantage of this extra tempo is not going to work because the king is not going to make it in the good zone. So we need to do something different, and that different thing is we're going to create a mating net using our king and our queen and making sure black king is on this side of the board. So a good way to play and win in this endgame is by playing queen a4 first, and say black king goes to c1 trying to get the best defensive side. Then we need to play something like queen b3, making sure black is not going there, because if they can do that it's going to be a draw. Then black can play king b2, threatening promotion. We can put the queen on b2. The queen on the 7th rank is usually very well in this endgame, so this is perfect here. Say black king plays king d1 trying to promote again, and then we continue with a very accurate move. In this position is the only way to win. You can pause the video and try to find it. The move here is king f3, creating the mating net we mentioned before. If black promotes to queen here, then we have mate. They can also promote to knight, defending this square. Then we don't have mate, but of course we are winning very soon. So after c1 promoting to queen, we just have mating 1 here by playing queen e2. And well, I want to highlight the good squares or the good zone for this bishop pawn when the king is not on the best defensive side, and the good zone this time is something like this. We have much more space, many more squares this time when the king is on the other side, and it is because the mating nets we can create by using this square e2 when black tries to promote. Basically, any square getting e2 in 2 moves or getting b3 in 2 moves are going to be fine to be able to win in an endgame like this with a bishop pawn but the king on the wrong side, on the wrong defensive side. If you have an opinion or a question about this endgame, feel free to write it in the comments. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next.